Hello, I am back from my trip to the Midwest and the East Coast. I went to Chicago, I went to New York City, I went to see the band Fish. I saw 5 shows in 6 days. I saw some friends, I did some sightseeing, did some shopping. I was really busy though, I couldn't record much YouTube content. So I need to catch up on a lot of things. But I got a very interesting request today that came with $50. That's a big spender because you know what? I had to buy, Ubers to the shows. I had to buy drinks, da 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 da. So this money really helps me, okay? So like $50 because drinks were like $25 each. Anyway, this is in reaction to my Chicago video, which by the way has been doing really well. I have 10,000 views, basically 9,900, 9960, almost 10,000 views since July 4th. And people have been really excited about that. And I got a request to listen to Chicago Transit Authority, which was their original name. I understand that they got in trouble because that was the name of the city, their actual transit authority. And so this is the introduction by Jerry Kath. This song is the first song on their first album. Terry could not write with the charts, so he had it in his head, which means he just wrote it, He worked with the trombone to write it down. This introduces the band. Okay, so I will do my usual thing where I type instead of interrupt, and I'll talk about it after. Just give me a second. I'm setting up my typing. Typing. Here we go. There we go. All right. And he said I need to either listen to the original version or like one of the remasters. So we're just going to stick with the original version. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Oh, wait. My headphones are not Battle Cruiser operational. My headphones were not operational here, so let me make sure that's why I have such good sound quality in my videos, y'all. It's because I actually make sure that all of my stuff is in the right place. Let's see. What's wrong with my headphones? Okay. Speaker. Oh. Starting over here. There we go. I'm ready now.
Please don't romp around. We're a little nervous.
Ooh, and on the dissonant chord. Dissonance. Whoa. Okay, that was really cool. If I had heard that when that came out, which was a long, long time ago, I just lost the album. But if I was able to, here we go. I 1969. If I had gotten that record in 1969, I'd be like, whoa, this is like the craziest thing I'd ever heard. There's so much going on. There's like the introduction, you have all these horns. It's kind of like, it's so different than other things because, like, I know what Motown is. This isn't Motown, but it has horns like Motown. But then it has like that like electric guitar, and it's like rock, but it's kind of like jazzy. It's like very jazz inspired. There was like that whole jazzy part. In general, it's more like funky, groovy, I guess. Dun 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 dun. Bump bump bump. Because I like funk music. Bump bump bump. Dun 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 dun. It's kind of like funky, but then with horns added. Na 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 na. The singing is just very soulful. Very soulful. So yeah, I don't even know what genre to put it in, except it's just kind of good. I'm really glad that was suggested to me. I literally have the best job now, guys. I get to listen to good music recommended by good people. I mean, who doesn't? How did I get to be so lucky? But honestly, like, that was just so fun. Like, as you could see, I couldn't help myself from like starting to dance. I'd never heard it. But my favorite parts were when like unexpected things would happen, like chords, keys would change, modulations, things like that, like the unexpected. Like, that's when I would kind of get like excited about it. And then there was like those weird rhythm part in the middle where I was like, whoa, what's that? But Jen was all over the place. Yeah, like, oh yeah, that part. See, I like the rhythms, like da 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 da. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 and dun 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 dun, the offbeat dun 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 dun. I like that. Okay, that was like the slow jazzy middle part. Okay, this was like the really cool guitar solo part. Then all those horns come back with their sweet, sweet harmonies. It just shows you, like, the person who wrote this is a musical genius. He just didn't know how to, like, write music. Like, he didn't know how to, like, notate it out. But it was all in his mind, which is actually kind of more impressive in a way. Like, to come up with this all in your mind and be like, and then it's going to like this, and then like the symbols, and then like, you know, to have that all in your mind, to kind of like vision, to have that in a vision without having musical notation. I think that's pretty impressive. But wow, what a way to start an album. Again, I'm just thinking, like, imagine 1969, you don't really have, I always like to put myself back in the context. It's like, no internet. Maybe you had a TV. Maybe it was in color. Maybe it was black and white. There was no on-demand television. It was whatever was broadcast, and the broadcast would end. It wasn't 24 hours of TV. There was not that many channels. So if you didn't have it, you didn't have it. So if they didn't play it on TV, you would have not heard it. Maybe if you went to a movie theater or something. But, like, you would buy an album, and then you'd play it. And you'd be like, I wonder what this is going to sound like. My friend told me this was good. You'd never heard it before because there was no way to share music, you know, unless your friend. So then you get this new vinyl and you like put it in your player and you like put the needle on and you're just like blown away. I would have just been blown away. I would have been like, this is like nothing I've ever heard before. This is like its own genre. It's like such a combination of things. It's clearly a hybrid of a lot of styles. There's just many, many, many elements because it does have the jazz elements. It has kind of also that like big band a little bit, like, you know, I think of like 1940s big band, but then it's like modern rock and roll, but then it's like also Motown, but it's also kind of mixed with like just so much going on, you know? Funk, very funky too. And then I hear that kind of like 60s rock vibe, but it's not like other things I've heard. So very interesting. But it seems that Chicago is great. Again, American music is so good. Like, we are so lucky that we have such a melting pot of like different musical styles that kind of emerged here that then created what we have. And we have this is a perfect example of a band that kind of just combined so many things to create such a beautiful creation. So I'm very happy. Not only did I get to listen to something that I actually liked, I got to make money from it. Like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so blessed. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please please subscribe. That helps me a lot. I am a singer. I studied music in school. I teach singing. I teach piano. That is my main profession. YouTube is like my side thing, but it's becoming my main thing. I work really hard. I support myself. I try to like run an ethical house here, you know? So I try to just be fair and give my honest opinion. If I like things, I like things. If I don't, I'm not going to lie about it. If you guys want to kind of navigate my channel, the best way is when you go to my channel. The popular videos are all here. These are just by views. But then the videos chronologically are under videos. And you can expand these all. You can like go through this and expand. Playlists help you find specific things, like if you wanted to see all the Beatles reactions or Grateful Dead or Fish or whatever. Like I have like different genres, and The Warning, I have The Warning now. Those videos are getting blocked though for some reason. So anyway, that's kind of there. And then I have members. They get special access to videos before they're released because usually they come out about a week in advance for the members. Sometimes I post them like social media, like the extra photos of me and stuff like that, or I try to prioritize like if they message me and stuff like that. So that's under membership. And then if you want to request, I saw his request because he did the super within YouTube, which is a great valid option. You can also do my Linktree. You can also fill out this request form. And then if you want to send money with it, there's PayPal, there's credit card, there's Cash App. So those are 3 options that I have right now. And then these are all my social medias, everything. I have some stuff on Patreon, but I kind of like put stuff over there when it gets blocked from YouTube. Like my warning videos are getting blocked right now. So I like put them over on Patreon because it doesn't block my stuff. Copyright issues. I have to like basically apply for fair use, and then it's like 30-day appeal. It's like this whole thing. Fair use is like I'm providing commentary, so it's allowed, but you have to prove that I'm doing commentary and I'm adding value as like a commentator, in order to bypass, that would be the right word, to bypass the copyright laws, when it comes to blocking videos. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this track. And then obviously this Now album is very enticing to me. Do you guys think this whole album is a masterpiece front to back? Do you think that there's certain tracks on here that stand out? Because I noticed that compared to other things like the Beatles, these are very relatively low amount of streams for like a band that's been around since 1969. Like 200,000 streams, 95,000 streams, that's like really low compared to like the Beatles. Like they'll be like 32 million or something. You know what I mean? So that's interesting that this is so unknown and not discovered. So maybe this will be a way that people discover this and listen to this, because this is gold. What I heard so far was very, very good. Like really talented writing, really unique, very cool, interesting to the ear, a lot going on, not just like a boring formulaic song that you hear in so many other places. So anyway, stay tuned for the next video, like, subscribe, and thank you for the donation. It helps me become a working content creator who self-supports myself. All right, until next time on Erica Reacts to Chicago Transit Authority, which later became just Chicago because they got in trouble for using that name. Okay, bye.